Hi there! We get a lot of requests to make an overview of our recent drum and bass template called Hesitate. This template is a remake of Subfocus Wildfire and it's perfect if you want to learn how to make Dancefloor drum and bass. Let's start with drums group. Pretty standard Dancefloor drum and bass beat. Here is how the kick sounds. We boosted lows, removed some unpleasant frequencies and added compressor to make it more punchier, to add some attack. Then we have a snare drum. It has 3 layers: the body, noise, and the hi-hat layer. The body is like the main part of the snare drum, and the noise adds more stereo width and with this chorus and with the stereo effect. Chorus also makes it sound more like a clap. And we have a hi-hat. This layer adds more high frequencies and makes the snare drum sound like it was sampled from some breakbeat loop. And all 3 layers go to the saturator with a high drive to add more punch, more drive, and most importantly, it adds more release. This is how the snare sounds without it and with saturator on. It completely changed the sound of the snare drum. Then we have a crash, just a standard 909 sample, and the breakbeat layer. This layer adds more movement and kinda organic feel to the drums. We also removed low and mid frequencies, so you hear only high frequency range. And we also added a chain compressor to be sure that the kick and snare from the breakbeat are not clashing with the kick and snare from the original beat. Then we have 2 layers of shaker loops. They are panned left and right to add more stereo width. We use shakers to add more movement and organic feel. Then there is a closed hi-hat. Originally it was kinda dirty because it comes from an acoustic drum kit. We removed all these unwanted frequencies and left only high frequency range and also added stereo effect. Then there is another closed hi-hat, just a basic sample, and there is noise hi-hat. Then we have a ride. It fills upper higher frequency range, and another ride. This ride feels like a lower high frequency range, and we also added a stereo effect here. And then there is shaker. So as you can see, we have many different hi-hats, rides, shakers, and even breakbeat loop. All of this just to fill the high frequency range of the drums, because when you make house music, you sometimes just need open hi-hat and closed hi-hat. But when you're making drum and bass, especially Dancefloor drum and bass, you need more energy in the high frequency range and more movement. So this is why we use so many different layers of shakers and other high frequency percussion. Let's get back to the drums group. Here we have a parallel compression, just a preset from the Lives library, some EQ, saturator to add more drive, and there is a drum bus that we also added more drive, added some crunch, transients, added some more lows to the kick. Basically, we used drum bus to shape the final sound of the drums. Let's make a quick comparison. As you can hear, the difference is huge. Now let's move to the bass group. Bass group has 2 layers. It's a mid bass and the sub bass. To sub bass, just a sine wave with a triangle wave. And there is also distortion to add more harmonics. Then we put it in mono, edit compressor, and removed high and mid frequencies just in case. The mid bass is just a preset from Elements. There is saturator to add more drive and more harmonics and make it more prominent in the mix. And then we added EQ to reduce some low frequencies because we already have sub bass. And then the compressor and some filters. On the bass group, we have an EQ with some minor adjustments and the sidechain compressor. In this video, I also wanted to show you how you can make a standard Dancefloor drum and bass bassline. It's very simple. It's based on this particular wavetable. You could just add simple short envelopes and play with the wavetable position. Then you can add OTT compression or play with distortion. If you want to make it sound a bit different, you can try another wavetable. This preset will be a nice starting point for your own bass lines, but for the template we decided to use preset because we wanted to try something different. Okay, now let's go to the rest of the sounds. We have a brass group. It's just a stub. This one is high layer and this one is a lower. This is just a preset from Abletunes. And the Reese bass. Also the preset from Elements, nothing fancy here. And an arpeggio. Just two saw waves with delay, EQ. And the reverb. And the main lead, it sounds like this. This preset is also quite simple, just two saw waves. There is no processing. All processing comes from the Ableton. This is just a simple preset, so we added saturator to add more harmonics to make it sound more bigger, more massive. Removed low frequencies, boosted some high frequencies, and we added reverb and delay to make it more bigger and more wider. And that's pretty much it, because the rest are quite basic sounds like chords, effects, and vocals. We added volume automation here to make this part more interesting. This track just simple synth chords. Finally, we added cello to add some cinematic or like organic feel. This is just an upright piano from Abletunes. And here we have a high string note. It's very popular in house music, and we used it here to fill this gap because the vocal sounds quite empty here.
Try to carry all this weight. Don't take time to hesitate.
And this high string also adds some tension. So that's pretty much it. Other tracks are just vocals and effects. Check out the link in the description if you want to get the project file, and if you would like more overviews like this, let us know in the comments. See you!